Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on a Tuesday night. We usually call every Tuesday night Tokyo Heat. But my man Sonny Ono is not here tonight. Sonny is taking care of some very, very important business. So he says. How true it is, frankly, I don't know. But we shall see. But be that as it may, the show must go on. The show must go on. So we're here tonight without Sonny. Tokyo Heat is off tonight. But just like last night, we had a very good show. No guests, just myself talking to you guys, the fans, and we had a very good show. Kush, what's going on? J-Dog, what's going on? What was that? Izan, Arario, Queen, what's going on? Real cool, Kron. Okay, my man said he's been there since the title match. Right? James, what's going on, brother? Hey, man. Another day. Even I had to take off today, man. You know what I'm saying? I did so much over the weekend. And then I did a lot yesterday, brother. I'm just wore out today. I couldn't even do all the things I had to do today. Couldn't do it. Matthew, what's up? Alvin, what's up? You know how it is. Real cool, what's up? You know how it is, man. So I had to take the day off myself, man. Try to recharge the batteries, man. But I'm back. Where are you streaming at, Stevie? Right now, I'm live right now on Twitch. And right now, we are live on YouTube. So you guys know how that go. The YouTube station is growing, man. Appreciate everybody becoming subscribers. Go to Stevie Ray TV out there if you guys are listening right now on Instagram and become a subscriber, man. And make this thing grow and we can do what we do. But with all that being said, thank everybody for coming on the show tonight. Like I said, Sonny Ono is not here. He had some things to do, so he says. But I was thinking about not having him on the show tonight anyway. What I'm thinking about doing, guys, is, as you guys know, Jimmy Tibbs comes on every other week now, on Mondays. And usually I come out and, we chop it up amongst ourselves. But then Sonny comes on almost every Tuesday. What I'm thinking about doing is replacing Sonny every other week with a new guest every other week on Tuesday nights. And I think that's the best way to do it. No, Matthew, I didn't fire him. I considered it, but I didn't fire him. But that is what I'm thinking about doing. Because I've been trying to think about getting guests on and what nights I have to do it. And usually I have to, either do it take one of Jimmy's nights or take one of Sonny's nights. And I have to call them and say, hey, man, I got a guest coming on, so on and so forth. But I think if we just start doing guests every other week, I think that'll work out. What you guys think about that? What you think, J-Dog? I'm serious, man. I didn't bench him, J-Dog. I mean, he benched himself, man. He took himself out the game, man. Man ain't got no spunk. You dig? No spunk. Yeah. He took himself out the game. Now, he had to go do some, at least, y'all remember last time, Sonny didn't even Sonny calls like at the last minute and say, "Hey man, I can't do the show tonight. I got something going on." At least he called me early this time. You know, last night, what was that? Arroyo. We talked about Terry Funk last night, man. We talked about Bray Wyatt last night. The whole show last night was dedicated to those two. And and if you didn't see it, ain't no need of going back through it again. Not that we don't want to, but everybody paid their condolences last night because we did almost a whole hour. And I told stories about both of the guys, so on and so forth. And if anybody didn't see that, you go look up the show yesterday, and you can probably on YouTube, and you can see what we talked about. What's up, Alvin? Alvin think it's a good idea. Roadblock. I don't know, man. No, Sonny's good for the show, man. You guys all know that. Y'all know. Who was that asking me? Do I speak to Colonel Paul? I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't speak to anybody. You got to realize something. I've said this on the show many times. Professional wrestling is what I did. I didn't get into professional wrestling to be buddies with everybody. I got mutual respect for everybody because we're all in the same game and stuff like that. But my life is not conducted around professional wrestling, whereas guys that I used to work with that I'm looking to talk to them on a daily basis, that's not me, bro. I got my own friends. And the last thing that I do is worrying about what everybody else is doing. I see a lot of these guys at conventions and things of that nature, but I ain't never been that cool with people like that. We just work together. We ain't buddies that talk to each other about what do we got in common other than professional wrestling? Nothing. I do my own thing, man. Those guys do their own thing. So when you ask me things like that, have I talked to this person? No, I ain't talked to no fucking body, man, with all due respect. I don't spend my time talking to my friends here. I got 50,000 things going on, brother, to be honest. But, I talk when I can. But as far as out there in the world trying to reach out to other professional wrestlers, that people are fans of, that ain't me. I know a lot of professional wrestlers are best friends with each other and this, that, and the other because they got one thing in common, just like bodybuilders or just like football players or baseball players and this, that, and the other. Wrestling to me was just a job. And I never bring my job home with me. I don't care what kind of job I've ever had in my life. I never bring my job home with me. I leave it there. Then I come here. Oh, no, don't be sorry. I'm just saying, this is not a show where I sit back and talk about wrestlers like they're my best friends. They're not. They never were. And I know it's hard for a lot of people to believe because we spend so much time together. Well, like I said, a lot of wrestlers are very good friends. I mean, I never got in the wrestling business to be friends with a lot of people I don't know. Oh, no, the wrestling business is a real backstabbing ass fucking business, man. People just don't know. And at the end of the day, I keep certain people at bay. I'm still cool with certain professional wrestlers, only a couple. When I say a couple, I really mean it that way, a couple. Other than that, I see these guys at conventions and stuff like that, and we shoot the shit and this, that, and the other. And that's why I would like to leave it. Because I got my own life going on. And the last thing I'm going to do is spend the rest of my life engaging in conversation about professional wrestling. Serious business. So I hope that answered your question. Steve. What's up, buddy? Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Jeremy, what's going on? Do my Detroit Lions got a chance? I think the Lions do have a chance, man. I'm going to tell you one reason why. If they can look anything near what they looked like at the end of last season, because I honestly believe Jared Goff is starting to get his feet up under him now. Jared Goff is a player now. And I think back when he was with the Rams, the system helped him a whole lot. The system helped him a whole lot. But now I think he's getting his feet under him. Let's see what we got here on the phone. Straight shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy.
Good evening, Stevie Ray, Christian and Lamar. How are you?
Hey, Christian, what's up, man? You got a question?
Yeah, I got a question.
What's up?
When it comes down to the passing of both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt,
Okay.
I mean, I know that you've done a lot of work with Terry Funk back in the day. Obviously, you and your brother Booker T with
Right.
WCW and I think the Western Wrestling Alliance, I think back in the day. But when it comes down to these two wrestlers' legacies, what do you think that people will remember most about Terry Funk that they probably don't know? And the same question goes about Bray Wyatt.
I think people will remember Terry Funk for exactly what he was.
A badass?
Yeah. I think people remember Terry Funk for exactly what he was, man. And that's the thing about the man. He lived a long, glorious life, and he did what he did, whether it be in the ring, whether it be in the movies, whether it be in WWE, whether it be in WCW, NWA, whatever. The territories back in the day, Terry Funk did it all. Terry Funk did it all. So when you say, what will people know? Hell, I know the same thing everybody else know. I see the same thing everybody else sees. I pay homage to him the same way everybody else does. He gave his life to this business, and he was one of the best at it. What more can you say about him?
Understood. And the same question wouldn't the same question apply to...
Well, the thing about Bray Wyatt, man, he was just getting started. You know what I'm saying? He's just getting started, man. He's just coming out the gate. He hadn't even built a legacy yet, you know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate that his life was cut short. But the small time that we got to see him, hey, man, nobody did it better.
Yeah.
Nobody did it better. And, the gimmick that he came up with, hey, man, that gimmick will leave a lasting legacy on you. Which is unfortunate that we didn't get a chance to see it as much as we wanted to see it. We wanted to see where that character went, where it was going to go. And we won't be able to see that now. And that's unfortunate. But what little we got to see, brother, he left an impression. He's very good at what he did, man. Very good. Very creative young man. And God rest his soul, man, because he and his dad and I are very cool, man. Mike Rotonda. And I remember when Mike used to bring his kids, to the shows and stuff like that. So I remember back when he was, a kid, so very unfortunate situation. But, it's hard to really evaluate people when they never, it's almost like Bo Jackson. He was here today, and he was gone that fast, right when you was getting used to seeing him, And I think Bray is, in our minds will be similar to that. So a shooting star, man. A shooting star, you see it on one side of the spectrum, then you see it shoot to the other side, and then all of a sudden it's gone, man. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, it most certainly does. Other than that, thanks for having me on, and happy belated birthday.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you.
No problem.
I'll holler at you later, man. Peace. But yeah, man, when it comes down to things like that, bro, that's all we can ask for, man. We always have the memories, man. We will always have the memories. And hopefully they're good memories. Yeah, man. Hopefully, hold on, guys. I just got a message. Okay. Yeah. But Calcutta says, God bless the Wyndham and Rotunda family. Most definitely, man. Most definitely. But that's the thing, man. We'll all, the guys like Terry, he was around for years. Terry was around 50 something years, man. He did it all. He did everything he wanted to do in this business and then some. Yeah, Calcutta, am I still freezing up? Because I'm looking at myself and I'm good, but Jack says, is it still frozen? I don't know what's going on because on my end, the camera looking at me, everything's cool. Okay, can you guys hear me okay? I might have to dump out. I don't know what's going on. Can you guys hear me okay? Okay. I'm not talking to the guys on Instagram. I'm talking to the guys on the YouTube feed and the Twitch feed. I am showing that my signal is having something going on. Let me see here. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. Can anybody hear me out there? Okay, Calcutta. Can you hear me okay, Calcutta? Man, my Wi-Fi, my computer said, I didn't have a connection. But I've been having problems with my Wi-Fi for the last couple of days here at the house. So I don't really know what's going on. This is the first time it ever went out. Y'all know we get those glitches sometimes, but we've never had the thing. My whole board went out and it says no internet connection. Like somebody cut my router off or something like that. So sorry about that. Calcutta, you hear me okay? Calcutta said he can hear me okay. I don't know what's going on, man. I pay a lot of money for this fucking expensive ass Wi-Fi. And like I said, some of my streaming on my televisions, like I was looking at YouTube yesterday and all of a sudden my YouTube starts freezing. And I'm like, what's going on with YouTube? Then it says you don't have a connection. So I got to go through all these different things to try to get everything connected back. It was crazy with the router. So I don't know if it's a router or what, man. But it is what it is. And hopefully it doesn't do that again. Okay, Calcutta. Calcutta tell me it's good now. Calcutta, I can't remember exactly what I was talking about at the time. But hello, who do I have there?
What's going on, man? That's Wild Will here.
How you doing, man? You got a question?
You and your brother. Man, yeah.
What you got?
I don't know if you're still doing a promotion down in Houston. How's it going?
What is that?
You had like a promotion down there in Houston still?
Texas City.
Yeah, how's that going?
It's going all right.
Up here in Oklahoma.
It's going all right. It's going good.
Good deal, good deal.
Yeah. They're doing the shows once a month. It's okay.
Good.
Yeah.
Somebody's keeping up the real tradition, man. It's hard to watch the shows now.
Well, man, it is what it is, man. Everything is changing. Wrestling is changing. It is what it is, and you can only do what you can do.
Yeah, that's true. That's real true.
You only can do what you can do.
Couple guys up here in Oklahoma, man. We watched a lot of you guys' old videos. You guys down there in Dallas, you guys was up and coming.
Uh-huh.
And we look at to see how the industry done changed, and it's just like, wow, man. And now that we grandparents, I have my grandson, he's 50, he's like looking at the difference, and I was like, now this is when the guys really perform and keep his fans in the seat versus, I'm not talking about everybody's got to make a living.
Right.
The new generation is just completely different. It's just not selling it how you guys were selling it back in the day, where you was making it look like, hey, I don't want to see these two guys walking down the street. The kayfabe was just phenomenal back then.
Oh yeah, and that's what I talk about when I talk about the difference and how the business has changed and things of that nature. I was just having this conversation with somebody. I can't remember who it was a couple of weeks ago. It was a buddy of mine named Delbert, man. And we were talking about Delbert used to be a promoter of different shows here in town when we first got started. And he and I are still friends to this day. And we were talking about some of the stuff back in the day. And it just changed. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to keep changing, man. And it ain't just wrestling. It ain't just professional wrestling. It's everything, man. And the more the world changes, you got to keep up.
Yeah, that was the main reason my partners and I, we quit coaching. The things have changed. I mean, I'm not knocking the generation saying that they're soft.
No, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
It's just, man.
It's what I call, well, pop culture.
Yeah.
It's what I refer to as pop culture, and pop culture is changing. Certain things used to have their own world that they lived in. But see, now those things live in the world of pop culture. And if things live in the world of pop culture, then it's not unique anymore. See what I'm saying?
Bingo.
And if it's not unique anymore, that means the masses look at it as the same way they look at everything else. If you take professional wrestling, and for instance, when people saw professional wrestling, that is all they saw. You didn't know about how do you get in. You didn't know about all the backbeat stuff. You see what I'm saying? It was its own world. Either you lived in that world or you didn't. If you didn't live in that world, you can just speculate about that world. So now that world is opened up to the masses. So it's not unique anymore. It's just like everything else, if that makes sense.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Right. So, and I talk about that a lot. Huh?
Yeah. I gotta get back in here. Hold on, son. Get back in here and I finish cooking some Italian mess I'm making for the grandkids.
I hear you, brother.
Man, I look forward to this more.
Okay, brother. You too, brother. You have a good one. Okay, guys, I'm back. Talking to a fan on Instagram there. I know you guys are making comments, but I can't. I may go back and pull some down. I'll read some and we'll go over them. Matthew said we're back. Matthew, I know we back. Has anyone read about the AEW situation and all the drama? God, I'm better entertained by General Hospital and Days of Our Lives. You know, I think a lot of that stuff, Calcutta, is created in-house. So don't get carried away with it. I wouldn't be so quick to believe everything I read, man, to be honest. I'm serious about that. I think a lot of it is created in-house, seriously. Matter of fact, I don't even think, I'm going to just be honest with you, I know. Okay? I know. What's up, McNasty? What do you think about? Real cool. I'm going to tell everybody something. Real cool just asked me, what do I think about the new Undisputed show with Skip Bayless and his cohorts? Real cool, I want you to listen to me, and I want you to listen close. Jack, I'll tell you about the Steelers here in a minute. Real cool, like I want you to listen, I want you to listen close. You know what the new Undisputed reminds me of? Skip Bayless is the new Vanilla Ice. You remember Vanilla Ice when he first came out, real cool? Ice, Ice, baby. And what did Vanilla Ice have when he walked on the stage? He had 3 black brothers behind him dancing. You remember that? The white dude out front, and they got them clowns dancing in the back there. See, that's how they do to make you feel relevant in the hip hop game. That's what Skip Bayless is trying to do right now. You hear me talking? You got Lil Wayne out here. What the hell he know about sports? Michael Irvin. I ain't got no respect for these guys. But you ask me what the show looked like? That's what the show looked like. And they don't even have the girl out there being the female being the mediator anymore. They got Skip Bayless doing it. How dumb does he sound? What do you think about this question? Will Dak Prescott fear bringing Trey Lance? I mean, really? This show reminds me of the movie Dumber and Dumber. But they should change the name to Dumber and the Dumbest. That's what it should be. Real cool say I wasn't impressed with what I saw. They could get rid. They got rid. Yeah, I didn't understand that either. She's the mediator. I'm sorry, brother. Like I said, that's what it reminded me of. Using the brothers to stay relevant in the business. How many times we done seen that? And that ain't no knock on everybody. I'm just telling you how it works. I'm just telling you what's been that gimmick been going on for a zillion years. It's old as the crucifixion. Seriously. You look like they look like straight up Clownsville. They look like the Keystone Cops. Anybody remember that? Keystone Cops, go look at them. That's what it looked like. But modern day Vanilla Ice. Yeah. Who made all the money? But the brothers in the back didn't make no money. That was dancing. Ice. Yeah. That's what they look like. I don't know if this phone would messed us up last time, y'all. Let's see. Straight shooting with Stevie Ray. Holla at your boy. Who am I speaking to?
Hey, Mr. Stevie, this is Matthew. How's it going?
Matthew, what's up, man?
So I had a quick question. I don't know if you've been keeping up with the World Championships in regards to track and field.
Yes, I have.
And I was just wondering, do you think we have a better chance of restoring our, normal place in track and field? So we were getting dominated by Jamaica for the last 12 years.
Yeah.
What do you think about, us winning gold medal?
You know what? If you really think about it, man, the Jamaican women have dominated more than the Jamaican men did.
Yeah.
Now, the Jamaican women, I don't know what they got them on. I think they all need to be tested. And I'm not talking about for drugs. I'm talking about something else. Because them girls are badass, man.
Yeah.
But I think what's going on in America is the dedication and desire is gone from today's everyday female that wants to be a track person.
Right.
I just don't think you got a lot of women nowadays growing up in our culture, especially the African American culture, that's not really praising athletics like they used to 20 years ago.
Right.
So, but we got enough talent to be right there on top as long as we got the right people out there running and the right people coaching them. But it's just the fact that today's pop culture, like I was just talking about with the guy on Instagram, today's pop culture, man, everybody wants to be a star in everything else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you see certain sports go down. You look at football, man. Have you noticed this over the last 15, 20 years or so? Have you noticed how many football players have general African, not African American, but African names?
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Now, if you take how many African people that are really descendants of Africa in the last 30, 40 years, and their kids that they've had right now are playing sports, and you look at how many of them are in the NFL, brother, do you see what's coming?
Yeah, it's more than when I was a kid, for sure. It's more coming, yeah.
So that is what I'm talking about now. Slowly but surely, you're going to see more and more because those kids are raised differently.
Right.
They have a culture that their parents brought with them.
Right.
And it's a dedication. You know what I'm saying? It's a dedication and a desire. Just like those Polynesians.
Yeah. Yeah.
So don't be surprised 10 years from now that you see an influx of traditional African names. But track and field, brother, we got enough people in this country to outrun the world.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. We got enough people in this country to outrun the world. All we need is the right people out there running. You know what I'm saying? Just get the right athletes, and they have that certain love and desire for track and field like they used to. And brother, we be right back on top. You take Usain Bolt and Johan Blake.
Yeah.
You take those two guys away.
I thought the pal.
Maybe Asafa Powell. He was good for a couple years. You know, I'm talking on top. You take those guys away, what do you got? Nothing.
Right.
But that's how it goes sometimes. And you got to realize something. They got a dedicated, very small island, but they got a dedicated track and field program.
Right. Right.
That's the difference, bro.
Right.
That is the difference. It ain't like they just fall off coconut trees. You know, they got it. I mean, from birth, they got a dedicated track and field program.
And if they see somebody that can be an athlete, they go snatch them up.
Yes. But you got the kids wanting to do that. You see what I'm saying? Because it's passed down from generation to generation. I mean, this goes all the way back to Lennox Miller. Do you know who that is?
I don't know who that is.
But see, that's why you called the show, man.
Yeah, I have to learn. I call to be educated.
Okay, anybody that's listening to our conversation right now, you can check this out. Lennox Miller ran on the 4x100 relay in 1968 for USC. They set a world's record in the 440 relay and the 400 meter relay.
Okay.
And guess who was on the team with him?
Who was that?
O.J. Simpson.
Wow. That was at USC or USC?
I said O.J. Simpson went to USC. What do you mean if it was at USC?
I'm sorry. I was trying. I thought you said UCLA.
You didn't think I said no UCLA. I said USC, O.J. Simpson.
I'm sorry.
O.J. Simpson is a Trojan. You know that.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then. Yes. They set a world's record of 38.4, 38.5 back in 1968.
Right.
Lennox Miller, Jamaican. His daughter, Ingler Miller, was a track star back in the 2000s.
Okay, I do remember her name.
That's her dad.
Okay, that makes sense.
200 meter champion, 1976. Don Quarry, Jamaican.
Oh, it's been like this for years.
Hey, baby, you talking to a man hey, brother, you got to call on Ray Dog, and we can talk about it. So what I'm saying to you is this. The Jamaicans go way back. And for anybody that didn't know, this is one reason. That's right, Calcutta, the Juice. The Juice was a world-class sprinter as well as a Heisman Trophy winner.
That's amazing.
And the only place you're going to learn this and know about this is straight shooting with Stevie Ray. It's the only way you're going to know, man.
That's a big man jumping up and down that track and field.
Juice. The Juice was 6'2", 215 pounds, and ran the 100 meters in 10.3. O.J. Simpson got sixth place. O.J. Simpson got sixth place in the NCAA 100 meter finals. And you out there running against guys that went to the Olympics. So don't get me started on the juice. We got to get the juice on this show. I want to get the juice on this show to talk about not what everybody knows, but what everybody doesn't know, like what we're talking about right now.
Right. Yeah, but I had no idea. I didn't know you were in track and field. I
Well,
had no idea.
yeah, and the anchor on that 4x100 was Lennox Miller.
Okay.
Yes, but what a minute, Coach just said Ray Dog, the only human being that can analyze the juice case. Yeah, man, because people don't know the case. I know the case. I know it inside and out because I didn't learn it from television, brother. I learned it from the inside by reading books about people that was involved in it.
Right.
No, I'm just talking to Kush that he just posted something. Because I've done it on the Black and White show. I did a whole show. I did a couple of shows on it. You know what I'm saying?
I do have one last question. What do you think about Sha'Carri Richardson's comeback? Because she ended up winning the 100 and the 4x100.
Well, this is the thing, man. What happened to Sha'Carri Richardson at the tender age of 19 years of age?
Right.
That is what people don't understand. I had this argument with a friend of mine who's a straight up numbskull, okay? So coming from him was one thing, but then looking at the general public, how you castigate a young girl for smoking. How does a country like the United States of America castigate a young 19-year-old? And this is a country that consumes the most drugs than any other country on earth. How does that happen? How does that happen? And you got to realize Sha'Carri Richardson is a child, okay? To me, 19 years old is a child.
Right.
Let's not get it twisted. And when you are in the world of world-class level competition, and then you go through that,
Yeah.
mentally, you are done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mentally, you are done. Because they try to put up a good face, but within themselves, she's dying inside. And that is why now, when I hear her do interviews, and she talks about how she has found herself and left that rhetoric behind, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now look at where she is now.
Yeah.
Because if you don't believe me, that your psychic runs everything as a world-class athlete, you don't believe me? I'm going to tell you who to go ask. You want me to tell you?
Who that?
Tiger Woods.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Came after that.
His old lady found out he had these holes on the side, man. You couldn't even deal with that.
And ran him over. Ran him over with the truck.
Yeah, you running over the fire hydrant.
Beat him with his golf club.
And the reason I'm saying this, that was the incident. But what happened to him after that? He couldn't hit a golf ball. He looked like the Three Stooges out there with paddle pushers and argyles on.
He never looked the same.
You see, how many years did it take him to come back? Remember that?
I don't know if he won a major tournament since then.
No, he has. He has. But several years went by. You remember when he finally came back? Everybody made a big deal out of it. But the very people that made a big deal out was the same ones that was excruciating excoriating your ass.
Yeah.
They were the same ones that was talking about you behind your back.
Yeah.
They were the same ones that was sullying his name. You dig?
Yeah.
So Tiger, he could have came talk to old Ray Dog. I would have set him on the right track. I would have set him on the right path. I'm telling you that right now. Because I'm like Magneto, brother. I don't let none of that shit get to me. Magneto put that helmet on. You better not have no metal in your body. I'm gonna rip you apart. That's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
And, for her to be 19 and come back at 23, and shut all that out after losing her mother and become a two-time, gold medalist
Exactly. But like I said, the thing was, it wasn't the incident.
Right.
It was the rhetoric from the incident.
Right. Right.
Losing your mother, you know, we all go through losses in life.
Right.
That's not the end of the world. That's just a part of life.
Right.
You're going to lose your mother. You're going to lose your father. They're going to grow old, you know. And we're all going to grow old and we're all going to die. And some of us are going to have sicknesses and illness that's going to take us off this, out of this world. We all know that. And as human beings, we can deal with that. But as human beings, you're 19 years old and now you are out here and everybody looking at you and then the whole world pounces on you. That is hard to deal with. That is hard to deal with because you've never experienced this before.
Right.
It's bigger than the incident. Incidents,
Right.
everybody on top have incidents.
Right.
But it's that when the whole world that you thought loved you and you find out one day they really don't love you.
Yeah.
I came to grips with that years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I don't give a fuck about who loves me and who don't.
Right.
Because I know the people that really love me love me.
Right.
And I don't care about the rest of them.
Yeah.
And that's the attitude you gotta. What was that?
I was just saying, I was so happy for it. 'Cause like you said, most people don't come back. You know, to have a
Come on, man.
mental breakdown and you never see them again.
Yep.
You know, time for benefits. We see it from all these young athletes.
How many times we done seen stuff like that destroy people?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Lenny Cook fall off the face of the earth.
Yep.
With so many instances.
Yep.
You know, for her to, come through it, not have any parents, not have anybody on her side really is,
Exactly.
you know.
That's where maturity comes in, and you have to put yourself in a state of mind. I don't know if she went to a psychologist or anything like that, or just got the right people around her. That's why when you hear her talk, she says, "Hey, I don't care about that yesterday." You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
That's what she talks about.
Yep.
So, at the end of the day, brother, when you're trying to be the best at something, you can't worry about what somebody say.
Yeah.
You can't worry about what people saying on social media.
Right.
You trying to be the best at something, the only way you gonna be the best is kick ass and take names. That's it. And you can't worry about what happened to whoever you just ran over.
Yep.
Run them over, whatever, and keep going.
Go on.
That's how you become the best, bro.
Yeah. She did that.
Hell yeah, she did it. And ran down the two most feared women athletes that we've seen in the last 20 years.
Yep.
Ran them down.
Ran them down.
You know, ran them down. And I was so happy for her, man. I was so happy for her, you know. And hey, man, everybody can look at her and take inspiration from her.
Yep. Yep.
You know, at the end of the day, everybody can look at her and take inspiration. Hey, you want to be the champ? You want to be the best? You know, you got to be ruthless, bro.
Right. You might go through some stuff that people gonna try to tear you down, but
Right.
you can do it.
There it is, man. That all you got, bro?
That's all I got. Thank you, Mr. Steve.
No problem, brother. Anytime, man. Don't be a stranger, brother.
Yep.
All right, doc. Could say ruthless aggression. Hell yeah. You better have skin like an alligator. Because I'm going to tell you right now, all the people out there that's trying to get something done, you want to be the best at what you do and try to get to the top. Long as you worrying about everybody else, you ain't never going to get there. So if you ever look back on your life and you've done something and say, man, I could have been better, I could have did this and I could have did that, you know, and you knew you were good at it. You know why you didn't make it? Listening to the rhetoric. Listening to the rhetoric. Because everybody that act like your friend, brother, they not your friend. They want you to fail. Yeah, serious business. They want you to fail. Kush, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It is what it is. Hey, Kush, the gleam. Kush just said it, y'all. There's a gleam. Anybody know what that means? There's a gleam. Go get the gleam. That's just the way it is. But I appreciate Matthew calling in and asking about Shakira Richardson, man. I didn't know we had any track and field fans out there, but apparently we do. Or what was your biggest match bench press? 315. But at the end of the day, guys, like I was talking about, it's like Scott Hall said years ago. He has friends, but I would like to have the money. Your friends come and go, man. Money is a whole nother ball game, brother, and we just have to be honest about that. Man, we do. We just have to be honest about that. But anyway, man, I just had to come on the show and talk about some of the things that we talked about the last couple of days. You know, Jack, what's up? Will Kenny Pickett? Jack, don't worry about Kenny Pickett. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't worry about Kenny Pickett. I'm going to tell you right now, baby. You see how they looked at the end of last year when Kenny finally got his feet under him. Come on, man. The Steelers are going to be players. The Steelers are going to be players. They're going to be right there. Watch and see what I tell you. You got to watch the defense, Jack. You got to watch this defense, man. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I don't know if you've been paying attention, man. But you're going to have to watch that defense, bro. They got a couple of rookies, man. And that Joey Porter Jr., he looked like a player, bro. I don't know 100% because you know cornerback is a very, very difficult position. But hey, who's that asking me, what do I pick for the Super Bowl? You know what? I hope the Steelers are in the Super Bowl, and I don't care who they're playing. After that, I could care less who goes. Now, I take that back. In the NFC, I want to see the 49ers get another shot at the Eagles. Because I honestly believe that if Brock Purdy hadn't got his elbow hurt in that game, in my humble opinion, I think the 49ers would have beaten the Eagles that day. Alpha said, watch for my Cowboys. Alpha, let me let you in on a little secret. And I ain't trying to be an asshole. I'm just telling you the truth. Dallas would be lucky to get out of their own division. And remember, I told you that. We're going to come back on the show a few months from now, and we're going to talk about it. Alpha Omega 78, y'all get him. Y'all look at him. Y'all check him out. The Dallas Cowboys might not even get out of their own division. That's all I'm going to say about it. That's all I'm going to say about it. Because they think Washington going to roll over. They think the Eagles going to roll over. And if they think the Giants going to roll over, they got enough thing coming, bro. And all them Cowboy fans trying to put everything on Dak Prescott. Dak throw too many interceptions, blah, blah, blah. You know, years ago, I used to tell them, I got a lot of cousins and kinfolk up in Dallas. Years, they used to always say, we're going to never go to no Super Bowl while we got Tony Romo. We need another quarterback. Crying. Dak Prescott come in, beat Tony Romo out. Now, what is the latest lineage? We ain't go. Dak Prescott. He too much. Same thing. They could have a reincarnation of Roman Gabriel, and they'd be saying the same thing. Come on. This is what I told everybody 20 years ago. Mark my word, Alpha. As long as Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, they ain't never gonna win shit. Because the NFL don't want them winning nothing no more. So they'll make sure the referees, they'll make sure the bettors, they'll make sure the fans, they'll make sure somebody go out there, they'll buy a player and go out there and fuck it up for them. You ain't got to believe me. You ain't got to believe me. As long as Jerry Jones, as soon as Jerry Jones stepped down, we don't see him no more, the Dallas Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl. Until then, did you see Jerry Jones a few weeks ago? He was in the dressing room with Errol Spence. We're so proud of you, Errol. We're so proud of you. You go out there and win this thing, kind of like Super Bowl, Errol. And the dude damn near got killed. That's what kind of aura Jerry Jones brings. From now on, Errol Spence is not gonna let that sucker in the dressing room. Gonna get me killed. Yeah. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to me. Tony Romo. Yeah, Real cool. The curse of Jerry Jones. It's like an old Bars Call-Off movie, brother. I'm telling you. The curse of the Raven. I'm telling you, man. Oh, that ain't no Urkel, bro. That ain't no Urkel. That's Jerry Jones, them. And everybody crying, oh, we ain't gonna do this. The Cowboys gonna do this. They going to Super Bowl. Every year they going to Super Bowl. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm the biggest Dak Prescott fan you ever see. Dak Prescott is one of my favorite NFL players. I just wish he wasn't playing with the Dallas Cowboys. Because all of the stigma that these guys get is unfair because they play with the Dallas Cowboys. It's just unfair. The Dallas Cowboys make a trade for Trey Lance. A straight up nothing. A guy who has robbed the NFL team. With a Thompson machine gun and a fedora and a pinstripe suit with some white shoes on. That's Trey Lance. Driving a 34 Ford. Thief. Robbery. Then he go to the Dallas Cowboys, and now they bring up questions. Dak Prescott job. Is Dak Prescott job? Will the Cowboys be replacing him next year? If I'm Dak Prescott and I'm sitting at my palatial estate and somebody call me and say the Dallas Cowboys has just traded for Trey Lance, I will start rolling over on my couch laughing. That would be and he coming from my job, that would be the funniest thing since an episode of the Three Stooges. My stomach hurting. I'm busting the proverbial gut laughing. Who? I'm Dak Prescott right now. Who? Mr. Felonious Assault? Oh, shit. I can't make this shit up. Real cool. You can't make this shit up, bro. I'm dying laughing. My stomach hurting. You ever laugh so hard that your stomach start hurting, man? And feel like you did 10,000 ab workouts. That would be me if I'm Dak Prescott. Somebody told me Trey Lance coming over here. Man, this drip. You ain't lying, Matthew. Oh, come on. Oh, man. Laurel and Hardy? Yeah, Keystone Cops. Oh, my goodness, man. I'm killing myself tonight. Can't make this up, bro. If we had Prescott as a guest on the show, what could I ask him, man? What's going on, Punisher? What could I ask him? Dak, how you feel? Next year, I think they're supposed to pay me $59 million. I'm good. Oh, God. Woo, bro. And then Jerry Jones. We could get, that's one thing about that Prescott, you know, he's very good in the room where we're studying and we're going over football. You know, that's Dak Prescott. And, you know, if we can get Trey Lance in there and he can watch, you know, what? Dak is a student. Trey Lance is the kind of person that plays hooky. He sleep. Been out chasing gals all night. He's young, man. Rich. That's what you're supposed to do. I wouldn't know. I'm just saying. Dak is a student in the room. And if we can show that to Trey Lance, we had him high on our draft board a couple of years ago. We had him at number 2. So when the situation came up that we could probably get him, that's what we did. And we didn't tell anybody. Yeah. Another strikeout. Somebody just said something about Michael Parsons. Michael Parsons is a very good football player. And Dallas got a hell of a good, very good defense. But you know what Dallas defense fucks up? They never can stop a team when they really need a stop. Just like last year in the playoffs with the 49ers. When they really needed to stop Brock Purdy, they couldn't stop him. And once he went down and got that field goal, pretty much put the game out of reach. Wait a minute. Alpha just said Lance was low risk, high reward. Only trade the 4th round. Yeah, but you got to pick his salary up too. And the boy that they just cut is a better quarterback than him. Dallas might live to regret this. I hope they do. I hope Dak Prescott next year goes to the Minnesota Vikings. And then Trey Lance will have to step up and be the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. And like I told a buddy, man, I would bet you that the Cowboys don't even have a winning record. When you are making noise about a nobody, your team is sad. People like Trey Lance don't even deserve the ink on a pen, or the lead on a pencil. He don't even deserve it. Number 3 guy in the whole draft, and you let a guy by the name of Brock Purdy, who don't even supposed to be here, come in and make you look like a sad sack. And you making money. And Brock said, I'm playing for the minimum. I can't even buy my mama that big house I promised her. Can't even buy them red shoes that she wanted to go to church. And this sucker, family doing all right. But that's okay. Because when my contract comes up, I'm going to rob this. I'm going to rob all of San Francisco. I'm going to be like Al Capone up in here. And that's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. I can't get none of my people after taxes, after an agent, after everything else. Brock Purdy might be making little over 250,000. That sounds like a lot of money, but for an NFL starting quarterback, that's peanuts. I hear you, Matthew. Brock said, hey, baby, I stay in a little old apartment, man. I got my little old SUV back there. I'm good, man. I don't need all that, bro. I don't need it. But I'm going to get it when it's time. And I just want one more shot. I'm telling you right now, I want Brock Purdy to get one more shot at them Philadelphia Eagles. One more. Okay, y'all got me. But I want Brock to get one more shot. Because Brock is saying this, I don't believe y'all better than me, baby. I don't believe y'all better than me. And I'm going to prove it. I'm not like that sad sack that just got sent out of here on Continental Trailways bus ticket down to Dallas. I'm going to prove it. Mark my word, Omega. Mark my word. We're going to talk about this some more. But anyway, guys, I got to get ready to get out of here, man. Instagram guys, I'll see you guys next time. But I got to go. But yeah, man, mark my word. Kush, mark my word. Calcutta, mark my word. Alpha, mark my word. I'm telling you what I know. I'm not wrong too often, man. Because, see, I can read between the tea leaves. I ain't waiting for them sad sacks like Skip Bayless and them to tell me what to think. Mark my word. I'm telling you. Mark my word. Because what can you do? Cowboy fans, I wish I could meet Dak Prescott and we could have a drink. I bet we would be laughing so hard, they'd have to carry us out the bar. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. Funny. Trey Lance come to town. Woo! Lord Jesus Christ. Lord help me. Because they don't want to listen to me. Y'all don't listen. But hey, man. Another great show. Sonny, I don't know wasn't here, but Sonny's on a very important mission. I got him on an important mission. He'll be back next week. But everybody that was out there watching today, Alpha, you hope you be a reoccurring guest, man, because we're going to have to chop it up, bro. Calcutta, Quan, all of you guys, man. Appreciate you hanging out with your boy, chopping it up. But like we always say at the end of the show, be one. And I'll see you guys maybe this week. Not sure, but be one anyway.